This is a TLDR tier list for next week's Mutation. This is based on solo play because your ally is a random factor that cannot be accounted for. Also, this is based on above average co-op knowledge. Mechanical skill is not that important in co-op. Adjust these rankings based on your own knowledge and skill level. Alright, another Void Rifts Mutation, and I'm going to start off by saying that I'm going to rank this based on what I have seen others do as well as what I have done. And of course, if I haven't been this myself, it's going to go down near the bottom. But for the ones I have, it's based on what I've seen myself as well as what others have done with the same commander. So starting with Karax. Karax, well, unfortunately, it seems that he needs to fight against like Siege of Storms or maybe Shadow Disruption because you can't really use monoliths. Monoliths deal too much damage, and if the enemies deal too much damage, they're going to break your static defenses, especially in the early game. Missed Opportunities is a map where the second wave is really, really strong relative to the game time. So if the enemy does too much damage, he's kind of dead. Nova, near impossible. Like, there's one solo run of this, and I think like you just have to be really perfect on top of everything. I'm not going to do this. Same with Alarak. There's one existing run where the guy uses Warp Prisms, and like he uses Destruction Wave and enters a Warp Prism while doing Empower Me, and it's just nuts. Manx, similar to Karax, your army is going to be very split, and if you are fighting like Immortals or any enemies that have a lot of HP or deal too much damage to your bunkers, you're going to run out of money repairing. And if you keep sacrificing troopers to deal with the rifts with using explosions, you're also going to be in trouble. So yeah, I think he does have potential to go higher, but I have not seen another Manx solo of this, and I'm the only one who has done this. Artanis, I couldn't do it. Man, I tried. It's really hard. Of all the ones in E, even among the other ones, there will be more. He's the most likely candidate that's doable, but still, it's really hard. Vorazun pretty much like, it's not difficult, but you have to fight against like a low HP comp, especially a Terran one. So it's basically Terran Bio. Against Terran Bio, it is pretty easy, but against any other comp, it's going to be hard. Han and Horner has solos against two different comps now. So I have done one against Invasionary Swarm, and I've seen one against Towering Walkers. And it seems like you can do this against at least more than one comp. And based on the way that they're played, as long as you don't fight anything that has a lot of air or a lot of AoE, you can do it. So they're actually pretty good. You use the airstrikes for controlling far rifts only, and you use hits. You actually have a hit squad or something to deal with closer rifts so that you can save your strike fighters, because due to double edge, strike fighters won't revive in time for the next set of rifts if you use them on a single one. Tychus, so far he has only been able to do this against classic infantry, which is a comp that has low HP. So yeah, I've not seen him against a higher HP comp because I don't think Sirius's turrets will last long enough. He might be able to do this against Siege of Storms as well, but for now, it's a low HP comp or nothing. Stukov, I tried. It's too hard. It's too annoying. More likely than these two, but still not very good. Dahaka actually is really good. I couldn't do this last time around, but after doing this time, I realized like his plan is pretty much the same no matter what comp you face. It's just creeper hosts. Survive until you get creeper hosts. Pack leaders hold down the fort until then. There is a guy who did Retribution plus heroes against classic mech, I think. It's really strong. He can fight against different comps. Stetman. So far, Stetman has only beaten Shadow Disruption. However, based on the way that he is played against Shadow Disruption, I think he can be used against many comps because you're basically surviving long enough until the lings eventually overwhelm the enemies. So as long as the enemy doesn't deal a lot of AoE damage, storming your lings to death, or like main lings killing multiple lings at once, you can actually fight other comps pretty handily. And if there's a lot of air, it's a bit of a problem, but for like ground comps, I think you're gonna have an easy time. Kerrigan, no one has done this. Kerrigan is bad against rifts, bad against double edge. No one has been able to do this. So yeah. Raynor, he's only done this against Siege of Storms. I think he can do this against other comps, but I haven't seen it. And the early game pressure makes me think that it's not very likely because you can't really get an army, a big enough army to deal with rifts and survive the trickles or the 8-minute second set of bots. Zagara can fight every comp. So Zagara is really good. Even against Fleet of the Matriarch, apparently, you can defeat him. Not as easily as like classic infantry or a ground comp, but still, you can do it. I also beat this against Vanguard of Ire, so yeah, she can deal with pretty much any comp, I think. Zeratul, I beat Siege of Storms, but I've also seen this beaten fighting like Dominion Battle Group, classic mech as well. As long as you can control his units, the stalkers, you can actually fight off any enemy comp, I think. Yeah, Zeratul's just that good. Swan, similar to Karax and Manx, I don't think you can deal with like immortals because you can't get wraiths. Wraiths will destroy themselves with double-edged. It's not really good. You pretty much have to deal with just Siege of Storms. The only existing solos I've seen are against Siege of Storms, so that's what I think. Abathur, as he's definitely the best, better than Zagara. Easy, much easier as well. Against any comp, you just make Swarm Hosts and let the Swarm Hosts hold the fort while your Brutalists take care of the rifts. And Phoenix goes in E because I couldn't beat this. I didn't try this time around, didn't have time, didn't really get around to it. I saw Frost do this against classic infantry, and Frost is Frost, so he's just really good. That's it for this tier list. You can extrapolate this info to your duel runs. Good luck with the mutation.